Testing. All right. Okay, that's working at least. It is nice when the microphone works. Makes my job a lot easier. All right. I wish I had like a starting up screen, so this way I wouldn't have to be doing this in the middle of the stream. Unfortunately, as everything else, I do not have the hardware for that. But one day we will. Today is not that day though. We're getting close though. We're definitely getting close to having it all built up, or having everything we need to build it up. And when that happens, that will be a good day. Alright. Well, apparently Silksong is getting a patch update. That's good. It's always good to see our favorite games getting updated. Then again, I haven't played it, so I guess I can't really say it's a favorite game. But a lot of other people like it, so, you know, there's that as well. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. I think I finished setting everything up. So, hello everybody. How are we doing today? Hope you're all having a very awesome day today. I know I'm having a decent day. I'm tired as usual, but hey, there's nothing new about that. As you can see, today we are doing Elden Ring, and today is the first day of a new schedule. This is the last time I'm going to be talking about it, so those of you who don't know, we're going to be streaming each game that we play for 3 days a week, 3 days in a row. This way we can make some more progress in whatever games we're playing, as well as we're able to change what days we will be, you know, able to stream for longer, like on our days off. This way we can, again, make a lot more progress and focus on things much more easily. And it's also so that I can hopefully try to get through the final area in Bloodborne and not have to deal with that for a little bit. Because yeah, all we have to do in Bloodborne is defeat the orphan, but that is proving to be a little bit of a challenge. But again, we'll get through it, and then we'll be able to just focus on Elden Ring, Resident Evil, and Hollow Knight. Excuse me. I am a little bit sick today. I have been coming down with something. Yesterday I had to leave work because I had a really bad headache. And you know, today I don't feel too much better, but I feel good enough to stream for a couple hours. I don't think I'll be streaming for 3 hours today. You know, maybe like 2.5, maybe 3 hours. We'll just have to see. But again, hopefully it's not too bad. Alright. Are we all ready to begin? I hope so. Because I'm not giving you guys a choice in the matter. Let's go. I don't even know what I'm doing here in Elden Ring. Like, that's one of the downsides of this game. Like, it's a very nice game. Don't get me wrong. But it's very hard to follow what you need to do. I mean, I think I might know what I need to do, because we did find like another castle-looking building that's not too far from us. In fact, I think we're standing right in front of it. But that's the thing, is that I don't know. Because if we take other Souls games, the path is very linear. You pretty much know what you have to do next. Every time you enter a new area, it's basically the same thing. Go to the very end of this area and kill the boss of the area. Very, very simple, very straightforward. In this game, obviously that's not the case. It's definitely not linear. And while the game does kind of tell you where to go, it also kind of doesn't, because once you are told where to go, you then have to find where that area is. You can't just, simply go on that linear path and figure out, oh, here we go. That was simple enough. You can't do that, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. It still allows us to do a lot of exploration, which is one of my favorite qualities in a video game. So again, while I can't complain too much, it does kind of suck that there is no like quest log or anything similar, because, well, the ability to know what you need to do is very nice. This way you can actually keep track of things. And the reason why it wasn't too bad in Bloodborne is because, well, there wasn't really, there wasn't a lot to do. It was very simple. It was very straightforward. And there wasn't really much to remember. But for now, I'm going to go to this spot, and then we're going to go into that castle-looking building. Reason I'm coming over here is because there was one spot of interest that I meant to check out last time we played, and I forgot to. Actually, I think I remember exactly why we didn't go over there. Because right down this hill from this spot is an enemy that does madness damage. And if you guys remember, I really don't like madness. Madness sucks so much. So I'm going to do everything in my power to avoid that enemy. And there we go. Okay. So, yeah, we're just going to keep on going. I do need to figure out what direction I need to go. Here we go. Yeah, it almost looks like a graveyard that we're going to be going to. Oh, hello. Don't know where they came from. And yeah, we're still being chased by that enemy player. I think they're an enemy player. I'm not 100% sure on that notion. Alright. Here we are. And yes, there are a number of items for us here to collect, which is quite nice. But of course, with all good things, there must be a giant flower to get in our way. And you're still following me. What in the world? Oh, and those flowers deal madness damage. You've got to be kidding me. I thought that these flowers couldn't get any more annoying, and they did. See, now I don't even know where the enemy went. The enemy that dealt the madness damage. Oh my goodness. As you can tell, my nose is a bit stuffy, so it does make talking a little bit difficult. But it's nothing that I don't think it's anything that should get in the way of the stream. If it does, then, just let me know. And, I'll probably just end the stream a little early. Because, I like to be... Let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? I like to be understood. And if I sound like someone who's basically just sick and dying, well, I'd rather just go out of my way and just end the stream early. But, so far, I think we're fine. I don't think I'm really having many issues with communication. So I think we'll be fine. Okay. Okay, so I see the rats now. But I don't want to deal with the rats. I want... Let's see, how can we get onto that little bridge? There we go. On the bridge. And there's an item right over here. What do we got? Stone sword key. Okay, that's actually really good. I think this is the Madness Village, if I remember correctly. Oh, those are flags. I was like, what is that? I thought it was something like inside of those castles. Not inside of the castles. Inside of those pillars. And I was just really confused for a moment. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go over here. Yeah, Frenzied Flame Village. So yeah, this is the Madness Village. Ow. I'll have to do what I can to kill off as many enemies as possible, preferably without being seen. Unfortunately, a lot of these enemies are looking right in my direction. So I might, instead of having to kill them, I'll probably just try sneaking out of here to the best of my ability. Yeah, the good news is that there's not too many enemies from the looks of it. But if we get carried away, we could definitely be in trouble. And we don't want that. A note. Lord of the Frenzied Flame. What is that? I want to check that out. Let's see, go into our inventory. Okay, so a note sold by a nomadic merchant, imparting knowledge in brief. Beneath what is that word? Beneath Leindel, at the very bottom lies our Lord of the Frenzied. The three fingers who hold us in thrall. Interesting. What is this location? So I'm wondering if it's somewhere over here, but I do not know for sure. I mean, we'll figure it out eventually. Hopefully. Until then, I almost didn't even see that one. See, over here there's another item. Oh, okay, I guess they see me too. Oh, okay, yep, now we've got a fight going. Oh, that was easy. Hopefully, though, we don't have to deal with the knights. The knights are going to be the biggest pain. And I see another item right where they're at, too. I want to see if I can get to it. I doubt that I can without triggering a battle. From the looks of it, anyway. I almost triggered a battle right there. We just have to see if he sits back down. I don't know. I think that I will have to fight all of them. Or I could just run away. Either way. Maybe if I'm lucky I can fight these guys in smaller numbers instead of all at the same time. That would be nice. Alright, so that's one taken care of. Alright. So yeah, let's fight this guy too. This way we can at least get his runes after we kill him. Because it is nice to have as many runes as possible. Especially with how hard it is to get runes in this game. Because, yes, the enemies are not very generous in the amount of runes that they give. I also want to check out what that item we just got was. Because it looks interesting. It looked like a head. Alright. Oh, and there's a golden rune over here too, so let's get that. Okay. What do we got? Constantly attract enemies' aggression. Interesting. I don't know what it is exactly though. But I don't know if it's a equipment or some sort of item. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm sure that in the future we will figure it out. And I'm hoping that that tower that is right over there no longer creates madness. It does not look like it does, which is good news for me. And for whatever reason, I cannot activate this statue. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna leave it be. Okay. Did we go to... Okay, we did do that. That was where the ant queen was, as well as that one monster, that one boss. I forgot what it was called, like dragon skin or dragonkin, something like that. I don't remember. Something along those lines. Either way, I don't remember. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Alright. So let us explore this area now. I believe that this is part of the story. I certainly hope so. Because we have not made a lot of progress in the story. Not to my knowledge, anyway. I don't know if we have. Grand Lift of Dectus. Alright. I didn't realize that this lift was so grand. However, there's something over there. However, I don't know how I get lifted. How do I become higher? That is the question here. Let's look around. Although there's not really much to look around. That's the problem here. And I kind of doubt that I'm supposed to go down there. That does not seem like the right play. Yeah, and there's not anything over here either. I don't know the purpose of this area. It sounds like that this is some sort of elevator. However, to activate this elevator, I do not know. But perhaps this person over here can give us some of their wisdom, even though they're looking at a wall. It's there somewhere. Another path heading back to the foot of the Erd tree. An ancient tunnel. A tunnel heading back to the Erd tree, huh? Okay then. Doesn't really help me too much. But we know that there is some sort of ancient tunnel that leads to the Erd tree. An ancient tunnel. It's a secret tunnel. This is gonna be stupid. I know it's not gonna work, but I want to, take it off of the checklist. So, yep, I figured. I didn't think that that was gonna work, but I had to take it off of the checklist of things that we can do here. And falling to our death is not one of them, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, so I don't know what there is to do here exactly. Yeah, I do need to go get my runes though. I do not wish to lose them. But yes, it does kind of leave me confused. Ooh, excuse me. Because there really isn't anywhere left for us to go besides, over there. Although I guess we could go over here. As you can see, there are some paths that we could take to help get us some more maps here. So there is that. Oh, and it looks like that there's going to be a minor Erd tree around here too. But what's, more importantly is, this thing. The Grand Lift of Dectus. So yeah, it even has its own thing, so I don't know. This does appear to be some sort of giant elevator of sorts. How it works, I have no clue. I don't think I even have an item for something like this. It would probably be a key item. So, yeah, tools. Nothing in there. Oh, here we go. Key items. I do think that some of these being key items is a little weird. Oh, okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. So there are at least 2 different grand lifts. And we have half of the medallion needed to operate the grand lift. So yes, we do not need to be here right now. That is good to know. Which also means we've got to figure out where we need to go. Because honestly, it could be pretty much anywhere. So, yeah, we can remove this now. Alright. Alright, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go all the way over here. And yeah, we're going to try getting this over here, this monolith, which has the map of the area. And hopefully we will be able to find something decent with that map. And there's another monolith pretty close by as well. So we can try getting that as well. You know, the more maps we have, the better. Okay. Oh, yes, this area. Yeah, I don't like this area. Okay. Well, we have no choice but to try our best to get through here. It shouldn't be too hard. It's an annoying area, but it shouldn't be too bad. As long as we just kind of, I was gonna say, as long as we keep moving, and then that ended up not happening, unfortunately. Alright. And then after this, we'll have to deal with the giant, which is not gonna be fun. Yeah, he's right there. We'll just have to do our best. Alright. We should have enough time to get in really close here. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight these guys. Otherwise, we'll definitely have a lot of issues. Oh. That didn't work. Alright, yeah, I've gotta hit this guy in the chest. Yeah, like, the critical hits against golems, or against these giant golems, does massive damage. Ow. There we go. Alright. That's one of them down. Now we just gotta deal with the other one. And hopefully we don't get hit, because yeah, that would do a lot of damage. I think a direct attack by one of those arrows would actually kill us. I'm not sure because I've never actually been hit directly with those arrows. Alright. I guess I could have used Torrent here, huh? That'd probably give me a better chance, to say the least. That was close. Oh, that's right, and then there's those enemies that are up there as well. I don't know if we still have to deal with them or not, but we'll figure that out after we kill this guy. Oh, and that's right, this guy has the ankle guards. I forgot about that. See, I don't know how I'm going to really deal with these ankle guards, but okay, there we go. So it does increase his poise, but as long as we just keep hitting him, we're fine. So that's good. There we go. Alright. Another golem down. And they give us some pretty nice runes too, so that's always good. Alright, so from here. Yeah, I need to get back on the path and find my way over here. Which is pretty much like back the way I came. But at the same time, I didn't see any monolith over there. Yeah, we'll go over there soon. Actually, it looks like we're going over there now, because I can't go that way. But at least there's no enemies to worry about, so that's good. And we might as well just use torrent. Makes things easier. Yeah, I've also heard of a realistic VR experience for Elden Ring, and the traveling mechanics in there are not very good. I mean, I shouldn't say they're not good, but they can be very annoying because since it's a realistic version, you can't teleport. You can only walk, you can only run, or you can use torrent. And if you decide to, walk everywhere, you basically have to run in place for, let's just say, a very long time. Which I can imagine would be a bit annoying to anyone playing the game. Oh, that's a rune bear. Yeah, we don't want to deal with that right now. Oh God. Okay. We just died. Whoops. I guess we'll go to the statue. I was not expecting that. Just all of a sudden there's a cliff while I'm being chased by a rune bear. Yeah, I've heard that rune bears are one of the few enemies in Elden Ring that you should just avoid fighting. So that's why I just don't try to fight those things. I mean, hey, if it can bleed, it can die. But oh, oh, come on. Oh, wait, get back here. Okay, never mind. So I don't even know where we actually ended up. I do have to find out where we are and where our runes are. 'Cause yes, I would like to go get them back. Looks like we're gonna have to make a little bit of a backtracking here. But it shouldn't be too bad. From the looks of it anyway. Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. What is this thing? No idea. But I just want my runes. And my runes are, oh my goodness, my runes are up there. But that is fine because all I have to do to acquire them is simply to teleport back. So I will have to leave this area so I can engage them. Or not. What? I have to leave this area. Okay, here we go. I don't know what I was saying. Forgive me. I am speaking nonsense right now. But hey, half the time that's what we do. We speak in tongues that even we don't understand. So, there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's not like we're insane. I hope. Oh yeah, but my computer... Oh wait, that's right. My computer parts should be arriving today. So that's very good. So I'm kind of keeping an ear out for them. Hopefully they show up. Because yes, that would be very nice. And today I do also have to go to the bank. I've got to submit some checks. And yeah, maybe it'll give me enough for another computer part. Because I think we're down to like, I think we only need like 3 more parts. I would have to check my checklist again. But yes, I think we are getting pretty close to having all the parts that we need. And I have no idea where this thing is. Um, yeah, it's a little weird. It's finger reader crone. Uh, how about instead of doing that, let's. Who are you? Oh, that guy. Okay, never mind. I know who you are. So, instead of starting over here in a spot that we just have no idea where we're at, let's go over here to this third church of Marika, and we can explore around the area while making our way towards where we just were. I believe it's called Khalid or Celiad. I don't remember. Celiad sounds a little better, but Khalid also sounds like a viable option. I don't remember what it was called. Either way, we'll make our way back over there at some point and, figure out what's going on there. Alright, so I need to head northwest. Northwest, alright, let's go. Because there's a little bit of some ruins over there that I want to check out. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on, Tarnished. I know you can jump better than that. Oh, God. And of course, the first enemy that we see is one of those giants. And I don't want to deal with that. I've got better things to do than deal with giants. Like exploring things on the map that I have no idea what they are. Excuse me. Alright. See, I don't understand what these things coming out of the cliffs are. Like, they almost look like jumping platforms, but they're too far away for you to actually, jump on them. And this is interesting. Oh, that's a rune bear. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. But at the same time, there's an item right there. There's also a rune right there, but I don't care about the rune. I care about that item. And yeah, where I need to go is like just on the other side of this cliff here. So we gotta go back around. Cause I'm not dealing with that. No way. We were told not to engage rune bears. And that is just what we will do. Or just what we will not do. We're listening to what they said. There we go. That's probably the best way to put it. We are listening to the words of the wise. Alright. So I've got to get up this cliff here. Somehow. We got ourselves a decent amount of runes, but unfortunately, still not enough to level up. It's not even half for another level up. But it's progress. Not to mention, even with all these runes, we could still purchase something from like one of those nomadic merchants. So it's something. Even if it's not a lot, it can still get us something, which is what matters. And now I've got to figure out how to get up here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, nothing really that way. Okay, so I think what we will have to do is actually go all the way over here. Yeah, this is back at the Storm Hill. Yeah, just before the castle. So I think we do have to go over here and then just go along this path. That's what it looks like. Although it looks like we could also go over here and go up this hill. which looks to be a much closer option. So let's do that. Let's go to the east. Oh, here we go. Okay. I didn't even notice this. Yeah, let's get some runes. If I can get on top of this one. Here we go. Cookbook. Nice. Never gonna use it. But hey, at least we got it, right? And yeah, these things always have a decent amount of runes. You know, usually some lower level runes, but oftentimes they have like one really good rune. Yeah, like that one, a level 6 rune. So that's pretty nice. I don't think all of those like grave sites have a good rune, but to my knowledge, they all do. So yeah, from here, I want to just keep going east. We gotta go south to go east. It's a crazy thing. Alright. Alright, so it shouldn't take us too long to get to that one hill. And then we can, you know, go uphill from there. Who knows, maybe we'll even find something along the way. I don't know what that was. I think it was a boar. It wasn't an enemy, because if it was an enemy, then we'd be losing stamina. Oh, but there is some... Okay, never mind. There was enemy music for a brief moment, but then it stopped. Actually, I don't think we can go up here. Or, hang on, maybe we can. Maybe we can. Just not the way I thought we could. Yeah, the maps in this game are a little difficult to read compared to a regular map, IRL. But it looks like this is the way that we can go. I mean, I'm not really the best at reading maps, but you know, some of these areas have, you know, really weird looking maps. Ash of War, that's nice. Alright, let's jump up here. Oh look, doggos. Yeah, let's just take their runes. Ow. They're not very strong, so that's a plus. Only problem is that they do like to move around. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Okay. All better. Let's see. Now I've got to figure out where to go from here. Somehow I missed that. I don't know how I missed that. The thing wasn't even moving. But we don't need to kill it. We'll leave that one alive so we can tell the story of its fallen brothers. What is this? Oh, it's a fence. I thought they were like... I thought they were a bunch of small animals just standing in a line. But no, it was just a fence. A weird place to have a fence, but... I don't know. And of course there's a giant up here too. I don't like fighting these things. They're a little annoying. What in the world? What the heck was that? What the heck? I didn't like that. I did not like that at all. Alright, hopefully this area over here has a grace that we can rest at. Or at least... Yeah, there is a grace. I believe that there's also going to be an enemy. Yep, we're being invaded. The Tarnished Eater. Interesting. But hey, we got that grace, so we should be fine. Damn. It's a very interesting weapon they've got there. Oh, okay. I was not expecting a combo right there. Oopsies. It is a very interesting weapon, and that handle is odd. It almost looks like a giant kitchen knife. But that, again, that handle just looks really weird. Like, I don't know how I feel about that handle. It's like there's not even a guard on it. A guardless sword is a little bit odd. But that's just me. Cookbook. Another cookbook. That's cool. Missionaries and a nomadic warriors. I don't know if there's like some sort of trophy or a achievement for collecting all of the cookbooks. If there is, it'd be pretty cool. But I think we've got a long way to go before we acquire all of the cookbooks. Lord Godfrey, at last the end of his campaign. His golden armies unvanquished and unbowed, yet finds grace lost, tattered, and faded. Interesting. You know, you don't gotta keep doing that. Just letting you know. That took a lot of stamina right there. Looks like we're just gonna have to keep doing a little bit of damage at a time. Shouldn't be too bad though. Uh-oh. That kinda hurt. That was mean. Oh, okay. I was too close to him. But honestly, I don't think that we have to keep fighting him. I think we could easily just get out of here from this point. So, let's see, what are we gonna do here? Let's look at the map, and we'll figure out where we're gonna go, and then that's where we'll go. Cause yeah, I don't really want to deal with this guy right now. That is not my focus. The Smoldering Church, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I do need to go get my runes. And then from here, we need to go right over here. That is where we want to go. So, yeah, let's go get our runes back. Oh, of course. Yeah, we're about to be invaded, but... yeah, there we go. But we'll be fine because... are you... oh my god. Yeah, it looks like we don't have a choice but to fight this guy. That's a little annoying. Oh, we dealt a lot of damage right there. That's good. Yeah, we've got to heal up. But yeah, that blood loss dealt a lot of damage, as you guys can see. Uh-oh. That was close. Alright, we've almost got him. There we go. Nice. Now we can get out of here. Sacred Scorpion Charm. Wonder what that is. Let's figure it out. Alright, inventory. Raises holy attack, but lowers damage negation. Interesting. It'd be nice if it was the other way around. It lowers holy attack, but raises damage negation. That'd be pretty nice. Alright, so yep, let's just make our way to those ruins over there. Oh, we're back in Limgrave, okay. And back in the place that we started. Summon Water Village. Do they summon water? Is that why they have their name? Because they summon water? I don't see any items here. Hopefully there's something decent here. Although it didn't seem like that this was a ruins. So because of that, there's a good chance that we won't find like an underground area. But hey, you never know. Maybe there is. Maybe there's not. Only way to find that out is by looking around. That's what we do best, is we look around. Oh, okay. Over here kicking skulls around. You know, now that I think about it, there's skulls like everywhere in this game. Not even just the ones that have golden runes. Just in general. There are golden, or there are, what's the word? I forgot what I was saying. There's skulls everywhere. Yes. Alright, let's see what's down here. So I was right in saying that there was an underground chamber here. With a bunch of tortoises. But they're not our enemies, so we don't have to do anything there. We don't need to fight them. Leave them be. What do we got? Green Turtle Talisman. What does that do? Raises stamina recovery speed. Ooh, that's nice. What do I have on me now? Yeah, let's change our maximum HP for the stamina. Now I want to actually... Okay, that's right. We can't actually check our stamina until we're in combat. I forgot about that. But there is an enemy right over here, which we will engage very shortly. Yeah, I've seen an enemy like this before, but I don't remember where, and I don't remember what they do. Which, you know, could be an issue, but I think we'll be okay. Although their paddle is apparently a horn, which is a little... It's a unique choice in weaponry, in paddle options. Yeah, I knew you were an enemy. Tibia Marner. Or Mariner, my bad. Not Marner. Oh, great. Well, thankfully, they definitely take a lot of damage per hit, so that's nice. Ooh. But I'm willing to bet that they can also deal a lot of damage too. Uh-oh. I just got smashed by a boat. That's a first for me. Hopefully a last. Ooh, that was close. I don't want to get splashed with water. Ow. Hey, quit. I'm not fighting you. Alright, so, yeah, let's take this real quick. Alright, where'd he go? There he is. Yeah, this guy ain't too bad. Pretty easy. Ow. Ow. What are you doing? It's like an AoE attack of some kind. Ow. Okay, I'm starting to actually take damage here from these skeletons. Let's just go find the boss. I think if we kill the boss, then we can get rid of those enemies. I do have to find out where the boss ran off to, though. Clearly, he likes to move around. I hear him. Ooh, we got a mushroom. Yay! We love mushrooms. Mushrooms are my fave. Ow. Uh-oh. Yep, we got hit by a butt. We got hit by a boat again. I touched the butt. Oh, hey, Rocket Jesus. How are you today? We're doing pretty good, though. Thank you for asking. We're just trying to, we're trying to kill ghosts and skeletons. Ghosts and skeletons. We're like Scooby-Doo in the gang. Except, you know, these skeletons aren't wearing masks, and this is a real sword. And we use it to kill people. Because we spare no mercy, even to the innocent. Everyone is guilty in our book. That was an interesting little turn there, huh? Why are you turning like that? You're just making it easier for me. Ow. There we go. Yay! We killed the boss. And we got a death root. And a skeletal multi-man ashes. Or, sorry, I think this is militia man. Either way, we killed the thing. That's what matters. Wait, did Stranger Things come out today? I thought that was like in 2 more days. I didn't think that the final season was coming out yet. But I mean, I have watched Stranger Things. I didn't think that the final season was already out though. Because yes, I am definitely interested. Okay, it hasn't come out yet. Okay. I thought it did for a second. But yes, I do plan on binge watching the first part that comes out. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna binge watch it or try to savor it. I want to do both. But I can't really binge it and savor it. Smithing stone. Oh, you just started watching it. Okay. How are you liking it so far? I think that Stranger Things is Netflix's best series. Not even series. It's its best, you know, film in general. Whether it be, you know, a movie or a series. I think that it is the best thing that they have made. And yeah, I don't want to deal with these guys. Let's just get out of here. Are you guys still on the first season? I think that the season 1 is probably the best season, but by no means are the other seasons bad. Wait for her to get out of work. Yeah, that is the one problem. Chapter 6, season 1. Okay, so you're almost done with the first season. But yeah, the season 1 is phenomenal. I do really like how they really put that horror element in there. Unfortunately, I don't really feel the same vibe with, you know, the horror throughout the rest of the series, but there are some instances where it gets a little bit dark. Yeah, Dustin is my favorite character too. I really like Dustin. He's kind of stupid, but he's also like the funny stupid, you know? He's not stupid and that's it. Not to mention, I'm kind of like Dustin. I do stupid things a lot. Although I really like Lucas too. Lucas is pretty cool. I don't really like Lucas in the fourth season though. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers on that, but I just don't really like him in the fourth season. Lucas, I mean. All right. Yeah, we want to get to that minor Erd tree. And there's probably going to be a tree avatar around here. But it shouldn't be a problem to deal with it. Ow! Damn! Ooh, excuse me. They haven't found Will yet? Okay. If they haven't found Will yet, then... I mean, then again... you know... You should be getting towards the end before too long. Oh, and that's the avatar right there. I need Torrent. Come here, boy. Ah! Oh God. Oh, whoops. I went the wrong way. Goddamn. Okay. That didn't work. That did not work the way I wanted it to. They found the fake body in the lake. Yeah, I know what you mean. That part was actually kind of trippy because of what Chief Hopper does in that little scenario. You know, after they find the body, is kind of crazy. Like Chief Hopper though is definitely one of my favorite characters. Probably like my third favorite, or maybe even my second favorite. Maybe even someone I like more than Lucas. Cause yes, Hopper is wonderful. He's awesome. Damn. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we don't go for a frontal assault on these guys. You dreamed of the Demogorgon. Did you survive? I certainly hope you survived against the Demogorgon. I think the Demogorgon has a really awesome design though. You don't like horror or suspense? Ooh. I mean, to be honest, the first season is has the most suspense. Oh, damn it. I lost my runes. Okay. That sucks. Anyways. I mean, it is a very good show. And honestly, like I said, the first season is really the only one with a lot of horror elements in it. Um, like if you can make it through season 1, you're gonna make it through the others. Although season 4 does have a bit of suspense, but there really isn't any horror in the others. I'm trying to think. I mean, season 3 does have some body horror, but it's not like the scary kind of body horror, you know? Like I said, only season 1, in my opinion, is actually scary. Like, they do a good job with that. But the others, I think they focus more on the story than the horror. Yeah, this is not the kind of space I want to be fighting this guy in. It's very small space, and I don't like it. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what just happened? Scarlet Rot. Okay. That's new. Okay. I did not know about Scarlet Rot. Huh. I will have to be careful with that. That is interesting. I've heard of Scarlet Rot before. Isn't that like an actual disease? Scarlet Rot? Let me see. Like, I think it was called like Scarlet Disease or Something like that. Let's see. Scarlet. No, not Scarlett Johansson. Go away. Okay, so I'm probably thinking of Scarlet Fever. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Oh, this is Khalid. Okay. I didn't even realize I wasn't Khalid. I forgot about that. Wait. I didn't realize that the Erd Tree's like right there. What the heck? Too bad I can't swim there. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, this is like one of the few times that I've been to Khalid. One time I was transported here because of a trap, but I didn't spend much time here. This is my first time like actually coming here of my own volition. And now I just want to defeat this avatar. Oh, it's called the Putrid Avatar. It's not even the Minor Erdtree Avatar. That's new. Okay. I like finding things that are new. Oh, yep, there's that Scarlet Rot. Gotta be careful of that. Yeah, so usually what I try to do is whenever he goes down, after that, you know, I guess the butt bounce, that's what we'll call it, whenever he does the butt bounce, I usually try to get a counterattack in, but with this guy having Scarlet Rot, it makes that, you know, a little bit difficult. So yeah, we can do even less damage than normal, because this isn't a regular Minor Erdtree Avatar. And my camera, there we go. I forgot that I wasn't locked on. Yeah, this would be a good time to have a longer ranged weapon. Or sorry, like a bow or something, instead of a melee weapon. Or even using magic. But that's not the kind of build I have. Oh, that was close. Which reminds me, I should probably equip my stronger weapon. You know, just to deal a little bit more damage. Because it's not like this guy is even affected by blood loss, because, you know, it's a tree. Or sorry, it's a tree avatar. Or sorry, the Putrid Avatar. My bad. Yeah, you're just a... Okay. I don't think he liked the insults. Goddamn. Okay, but yes, I'm gonna switch to my stronger weapon here. Yeah, pretty much I just gotta do like a little bit of damage at a time, and then eventually I'll get him. But yes, this small little area to fight this guy is a bit tough because of how I prefer to fight them. And the fact that he has the Scarlet Rot thing going on does make it really annoying. But it's nothing that we can't handle. Alright. Let's see, where's my thing? Here we go. Alright. And it's called Torrent. Oh, okay. Okay. I couldn't get out of there. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I mean, at least we switched our weapon. But we couldn't even get a chance to do anything. Like, goddamn. Alright, so, yeah, we're just gonna have to try again there. Oy, my nose is kind of stuffy. And not even like I just need to blow my nose kind of stuffy either. It's just like, one of my nostrils is just closed. It sucks. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. That was close. Ow. Bro. I couldn't even see anything. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this guy. This guy's completely optional. I don't have to fight him. Let's just go to the last side of grace that we went to. Because like I said, there's no actual reason for me to be here. Should fight this guy later? Yeah. I figured as much. I mean, the Erdtree avatars aren't bad, but I don't have to fight this guy. You know, it's completely optional. And I just kind of want to focus on exploring. My main thing is that I want to acquire the other half of the medallion for... What's it called? The other half of the medallion for... Oh, what was it called? I don't remember. So for this thing up here. Yeah, for Dectus. Or yeah, the other half of the medallion for Dectus. I don't know where it's at. That's why I'm exploring places that I haven't been to yet, in hopes that I will find what I'm looking for. So for now, yeah, we're just gonna follow this path. We're gonna end up finding the finger reader crone, and we'll go from there. If I can, there we go. Let us go, my noble spectral steed. Am I gonna take forever to find it? Why? Why is it gonna take me so long? Is it because I'm going the wrong way? What is this? Oh, okay, so I am close. What the heck is that? Is that a giant bird? A bird has a very big head. I don't like how that bird has a really big head. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. Oh, there's more of them. What the heck? Okay, so wait, which way do we need to go? Well, I've already been over there. Alright. Yeah, I don't mind a hint. You can give me a hint. Okay, that just didn't work. God damn. Yeah, let's just go to the last side of grace, because we were right there. I figured that whenever we double jumped, that it would negate the fall damage. It did not. It did not, for some reason. Although, to be fair, if somebody could double jump in real life, it would probably be a very dangerous ability. It's on a castle. It's on the other, okay, it's on the other side of Khalid. Yeah, so we're just going to keep, yeah, let's just go on the path. We're gonna keep exploring the path, you know, try to get these maps unlocked, and hopefully we will find this castle, and then we will raid it for all of its goodies, killing everything in our path. Oh, hey, look, these guys. Oh god. Oh, these have Scarlet Rot too. Okay. I see how it is. What in the world? Oh god. Nope, 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 nope. Not doing it. Not doing it. Nope. 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 Why are you stalking me like that? And I've got to heal. I should actually hang on. Can I? Dang it. Can I just rest at this spot and then the Scarlet Rot should disappear? Certainly hope so. Alright, there we go. Okay. We're good. All is fine and dandy. Kalim Ruins. So there's probably an underground area around here somewhere. And okay, this is interesting. Oh. Oh, they're everywhere. Oh god, they're everywhere. I don't like this. I didn't think that all of these flames were enemies. That's interesting. Oh god, there's more of them. They're everywhere. So that means that you're like the big boy. No, you're not a big boy, you're just a bunch of them. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. I just want to find the underground area. Okay, hello. Oh! I don't like this area. I need out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, there's another one right here. Oh god. Damn it, I couldn't get up. Are you serious? Come on, man. I don't like those things. They're annoying. Okay, that just happened. That was a very interesting experience. Yeah, we found dead bodies that are burning, and these dead bodies can explode. And then we have those vehicles of sorts that also spew fire. Yeah, I don't like those vehicles. I've run into them a couple times. They're always very annoying. Alright, so from here, let's just follow the path like we were trying to do last time. You know what? I'm gonna bonk you with something. That reminds me, I haven't even been keeping track of my deaths. I meant to, and then I just kind of forgot to. I mean, it's not as entertaining as other games when I die, like in Elden Ring. That's what I think anyway. I think some of my deaths are a little bit more entertaining in other games. Not to mention, I die a lot more in other games. Although, there are those times in Elden Ring when it's just completely stupid on how I die. Oh look, there's Finger Reader. I don't really care about Finger Reader Crone though, so I'm just gonna leave her to her own devices, and we're gonna continue on the path. It shouldn't take us too long to get to that monolith. This way we can get the map. What the heck? Oh, those guys. I don't like those guys. They're annoying. Yeah, we found those guys back in one of the mines that we got trapped in. And they are pretty good with spells. And they have a pretty nasty physical attack too. What are these, some ruins over here? Let's get them on the map at least. Assuming that they will show up on the map. Here we go. Alright, let's get out of here now. So we can check that out later. Yeah, this place is weird looking. Like, it's not even about the sky. Like, the sky could still be blue, and it wouldn't be that bad. But everything else around here, I don't know. It's just full of mushrooms and fungus and stuff. It's weird. It's weird looking. Alright, so we're almost at the monolith. Shouldn't be too much. Oh my god. And it's another dragon. Oh god. Oh god. No. Not right now. I'll play with you later. Where's the monolith? Is this even the right way? Pet it. I'll pet the fuzzy dragon later. Okay, here we go. Alright, we got the map of Khalid. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way that it's still in combat. Alright, ooh. That was a big map, huh? Okay, so this is probably the castle that you were referring to. There's like no points of interest in this entire area. What the heck? There's something over here too. And it looks like we have to follow this path to get to this path over here. And then we can get another map. And that should finish out Khalid. See, for now though, I want to talk with this guy. Because he did also just get to a site of grace. So we can easily, you know, fight that dragon without too many issues. Oh, he has a stone sword key, cookbook. What else you got? Gravity's advantage. I'm not really worried about that. So yeah, he only has like 2 things that I want. And I only want the cookbook just so that I can have another cookbook. I'm not gonna actually use it because we don't use cookbooks. Alright. Let's go fight the Durg. The dragon. The fluffy little dragon. I'm gonna beat it within an inch of its life. And then I'm gonna remove that last inch. That did like no damage. What the heck? Oh god. Yep, that's Scarlet Rot right there. Like, that's not even fire. That's gonna make our deaths slow and painful. Uh-oh. Ooh. No stompies. Oh my goodness. That does not do a lot of damage. I mean, I believe it's a Scarlet Rot Dragon, just from how some of its attacks are. Oh, shit. Yeah, and that attack right there, it dealt Scarlet Rot. From the looks of it, I am willing to bet that whatever attack is dealt to me, it's gonna do a lot of damage. It's gonna do a lot of damage. So I pretty much have to stay on the move. I'm not even sure if I can defeat this thing. Simply because, you know, this thing is pretty durable. And I am using my strongest weapon right now. Granted, I could do something to give me a little bit better attack power. Uh-oh. Alright, let's see if I can pull this off. Nope, it's flying. Well, I got lucky there. And of course I can't even reach it now. Come on. Like, you're not even walking on that other area. Oof, damn. Thankfully it didn't actually hit me. Uh-oh. Yep. Yep. Scarlet Rot again. Okay, this guy is not going to be easy. That's for sure. In addition, he's going to take a long time. Probably as at least as long as the first dragon we fought did. Because the first dragon we fought, that took a long time. That took a couple of hours. A couple hours of our life. Alright, so what I'm gonna try doing is I'm gonna get close to the dragon. I'm gonna hop off Torrent and hope that I can actually do a little bit more damage. Uh-oh. That was close. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Bro, that did so much damage. And all it really was build up. Bro. The basic attack just one-shotted me. Oh my god. So, basically, basically, this is how it's gonna work. I have to pick away at this thing's health without getting hit. This is gonna be rough. I could come back to fight it, but now that we've started, I don't want it to end until I have finished it myself. Because I don't like leaving things unfinished. Oh, that was close. Uh-oh. God damn. Yeah, and it's like, it's hard to actually get close to it, too. Because of the Scarlet Rot. And getting hit with that particular attack is just an instant death. I think I should come back later. You know, there are times when it's okay to keep throwing yourself into danger. There are times when it's you need to know when to retreat. This is one of those times. This is one of those times when it's a good time to retreat. So we're gonna do just that. Yeah. Alright, so I think that there's probably gonna be like another set of grace like right around here, if I had to take a guess. So let's go on and try to find it. I mean, I also want to look at these ruins right here. Yes, we are going right towards the big fuzzy puppy looking thing. But we are just going to avoid him. Because I do like this dragon's design. It is very nice looking. But we don't need to be messing with that right now. Oh, and of course there's somebody here. There's somebody watching me. Ah, you can't hit me right now. Ah! Oh, that did some nice damage. That should kill him. It did not. That killed him though. Okay, we're good. All is well. And the dragon's like right outside, isn't it? I can hear it. Oh, never mind. I mean, it is basically right outside. It's just not as close as I thought it was. Okay. I could have sworn I saw an item. Oh, there it is. Ancient Dragon Apostles Cookbook. Interesting. Alright, so from here, we will keep on going. And yeah, it looks like that the next grace is going to be right there. If I can just stay on my horse, we can make some progress. Yeah, there's the castle. We will have to change our course a little bit. Here we go. Nice. Alright. Hopefully no other big enemies will get in the way. I heard something. Don't know what it is, but there's nothing to see. This should give us a golden seed, I believe. Yep, golden seed, nice. And we're gonna have to run past these ghastly things. Yeah, our goal is just to get to the side of grace, because it'll allow us teleportation. And teleportation is a fun little thing. And these guys are on fire. Lovely. And somebody blew a horn. Lovely. Alright, but we've got a side of grace right here. Oh, and some of them are dying in the fire. Cool. That works for me. I give us a good bit of runes right there. We can just sit here and watch them die, and we get the experience for it. Or not the experience, we get the runes for it. Either way, that's kind of cool. Actually, I don't even think that they're dying in the fire. I believe that there are soldiers trying to fight those big guys, and that's what's causing them damage. If that is the case, then let us go provide some supports. Even though no matter what party we help, it's just actually going to, you know, cause all of them to hate us. Ow. Oh god. Yeah, like, no matter if you kill the beasts or if you kill the humans, in the end, they're all going to go against you. Yeah, because none of them are actually your friend. Which is a load of baloney, but hey, it is what it is. Alright. Yeah, see, as you can see, they're going right towards me. And Torrent is not looking too good. He has pretty low health right now. Yeah, very low health. Bro, what is hitting me? Why didn't it do anything? That's odd. A little bit odd. There we go. Only 313. I was expecting a little bit more than that. Let's take another flask here. Beast blood. Interesting. Alright, we killed that guy. There we go. There shouldn't be too many more things here to fight. We're gonna leave them to that. Let's just get rid of these smaller guys. God damn. Okay. Okay. Oof, that was close. Are you serious? Did you throw that? That was not very nice of you. That's not good sportsmanship. Don't you know that? Alright, well, he's dead now. No need to worry. Yeah, let's bring him back. Nice. I think we just killed 3 of them at the same time. You know what? You need to go away. Okay. He went away. Now let's pick up all of our spoils. Level 4 smithing stone is nice. Okay, and we got ourselves some gauntlets, which is also very nice. I don't really think that there is much here to gather. Hefty beast bone. Apparently we've gotten one of those before, because the screen that usually shows up whenever we get something new didn't show up. I don't know where we've gotten them before, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like we're ever going to use them, because that's for crafting. This is a teleportation device. Examine. Cannot be used now. Okay. Tells me everything I need to know. This bridge is rather Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say, this bridge is rather unguarded. And then, of course, catapults. Okay, there's someone here. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, there's a bunch of enemies here. Smithing stone level 3. It's nice. Yeah, I want to see if I can find another site of grace that is, closer to this castle. Because if we can, that will help us a lot in the future. Oh god. Oh, hello. Oh god, he got a fire sword. I don't want to deal with that. No, thank you. Well, he's dead now. Yay. Yeah, I need to find a site of grace. And I've got to... Yeah, if I can at least figure out a general direct... Ooh, a level 6. That is... I think that's the first time we've gotten a level 6. Okay, so... Yeah, it's probably like right here, if I had to take a guess. Either right here or right here. But I think it's right here. Going by the angle of that other side of grace. Only problem is I have to find it. Throughout this, onslaught of enemies that we see. And I can't call you, can I? I can, okay. Alright, well that helped. Yeah, I don't wanna fight you. I do not want to fight you right now. I do need to... Ooh, guy, okay. Oh, God! God damn. I didn't realize he was, like, right on top of me the entire time. My God, this game. Jesus. Okay. So, that just happened. This is why I love this game. It does the stupidest of things. And I love it. But I do need to figure out how to get into the castle. So, how are we going to get into the castle? I mean, we could try going around, but at the same time, this is a very steep cliff. So, going around doesn't really seem like the most viable option. So it does kind of make me wonder as to where we need to go. Yeah, and I do need to find my runes, because I've gotten a good bit of them, and I would rather not lose them. Especially after we lost our... Oh, God. Especially after we lost a good bit of other runes too. Okay, so I guess I just didn't have a choice there. Yeah, we just lost our runes. This is why we have a hard time leveling up. I'm just saying. We have a hard time leveling up because we keep losing our runes. And getting them back is not any easier. Oh my goodness. What a world. What a world. Okay, let's just try again. Yeah, because I do want to figure out how to get into the castle. Because I need to... Why do we keep making less and less progress? Like, hello? Nah, that one was stupid though. The fact that I was knocked off of my horse, and as you guys know, I cannot move after being knocked off my horse for a few seconds. And then I was being dealt fire damage. I can't recover from that. I cannot recover from being knocked off my horse. And I'm still getting dealt damage. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Oi, this game is so stupid. And yet here I am, still playing it. God damn. Yeah, Torrent almost died right there. Alright. Try to get the heck out of here. Well, move. God damn. Bro, I'm not even getting a chance to figure out what to do in this place. Like, they just swarm me and kill me. That's what happens. They swarm me and then they kill me. God damn. No mercy at all. Jesus. Oh, you know what sounds really good right now? A grilled cheese. I might just make me some of that. Because I got 2 pieces of bread left. And I want a grilled cheese. Also because I haven't eaten today, so, you know, there's that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go my own way. I'm gonna just go somewhere else. Actually, I can't. I can't go anywhere else. Because this is where the last medallion is. Or the other half of the medallion is. So I can't go anywhere else. Oh my god. Wait. Yeah, so there's like 3 spots in this first area. You know, before the castle, there's 3 areas before the castle that can just spell your demise. The catapult, or I should say, the bridge, the barricades, and ballistas, and then the giant. All 3 of those areas are going to rock your world. And not in the good way either. That was close. No, move! Why couldn't I move? Bro. This game is so stupid. Oh my god. You know, I should have probably been God damn, words. I probably should have been keeping track of my deaths. But I forgot to. So I have died like at least 10 times by this point. I've definitely died 10 times by this point. And most of these are because of stupid reasons. I mean, heck, the first time I died was because I fell. I fell in the Great Lift because I didn't actually know how the thing worked. Alright. Alright. All is good there. Oh, come on. At least we're still alive. Okay. We're still alive. We're still kicking. Although, this guy is kicking now. Damn. Oof. Damn! I didn't think that those guys would do so much damage to me. But, they did. Okay. And my nose really itches, like, oh my god. Okay. I think we're good. Jeez, this area though. Like, how do I get into this castle? That is a good question. Because if I have to, like, defeat all of the enemies, I am going to be in a world of pain. So, yeah, let's figure out how in the world we get into the castle. That is, if I can find out where exactly we are. So I believe this is, the main part of Khalid. I just need to figure out. Let's see. Um, yeah, I have no idea where we are exactly because I don't think I've even gotten the name for this area yet. So that does kind of cause some issues because I don't know where we are. But I'm going to do my best to figure out where we are. And by doing that, I just have to click on a bunch of different locations and hope that one of them is the one that we're looking for. And of course, this area is very slow to load. Alright, so okay, so at least I figured out what the name of this place is. It's called Red Main Castle. And I need to figure out how the heck do I get in here? How do I get past all of these enemies while also, keeping my wits about me? Okay. Okay. Okay, so I was right. We do actually have to go around the... Hang on. Okay, so... I think I know what to do now. And apparently, the first time we went through here, we had actually almost done what we needed to do. And that's when we got into that tower that we see there. The tower that first shoots those ballistas at us. So, yeah, we've just got to get up this little area. Preferably alive. Well, that worked. Now... Collect. Collect it, goddamn. Bro. Okay, yeah, I'm not going back. I tried. I failed. Goddamn. Yeah, I forgot that it can use its voice to do damage. Which is kind of, atrocious. Alright. I don't know why I came down here. I didn't actually need to come down here. Alright. Now, from here... Okay. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work. That did not work at all. Oh my god. This game. It's gonna be the death of me. I'm calling it now. This game is going to be the reason I lose my mind. Not that it's already been lost, but... Or not that it hasn't already been lost, but whatever. Okay. Now we just gotta do all this again and again until we finally get into the castle. Which hopefully we can manage this time. I don't know. I hope so. Because I don't want to keep doing this. It is, like, so annoying. Oh my god, no! Leave me alone. There we go. Is this Elden Ring? This is Elden Ring. And Elden Ring is full of Elden pain. And this game makes me question many life choices. Mainly the one of why I decided to pick up this game. Because, oh my god, it is a pain in the butt. Well, at least we don't have to worry about that catapult now. Alright. So yeah, apparently if we go up these cliffs, we will eventually get to where we need to go. I'm just going to avoid all those bats. That was close. I don't think that we need to really worry about them. And yes, we are now riding a horse up the stairs. Alright. Are you serious? It doesn't open from this side? You've got to be kidding me. Your friend wants you to play this game, but you refuse. Why do you refuse? I think it's a fun game, but there is a lot of pain and agony that goes into this game. But I think it is a fun game, nonetheless. Ash of War, nice. There we go. Uh-oh. That's poison. That's poison too. There we go. Okay. Still alive. Oh, are you serious? Where did you come from? It looks too hard. I mean, it is a bit difficult, yes. But nothing a little bit of trial and error can't help you with. Although, if you want to get a taste for the difficulty, I'd recommend playing any of the Souls games first. I started with Bloodborne, and it gave me a feel for just how difficult it was. Because, I mean, it's hard to say what game is more difficult. Actually, no. It's easy to say which game is more difficult. I think Elden Ring is more difficult than Bloodborne. But both are fun and doable in their own ways. And I mean, like every game, Elden Ring does have its pros, it has its cons. For me, the biggest con in Elden Ring is the fact that you'd have no idea where you're going, ever. So you just have to hope that you're going the right way. Because, quite frankly, I don't know if I am going the right way. But I hope to God I am. You once played a game called Monster Hunter. Now, the question becomes is which Monster Hunter? Because there are many Monster Hunters. I mean, there's 1, 2, and 3. You've got 4 Ultimate. You've got all the other Monster Hunters. There's a lot of Monster Hunter games. And I've only listed like half of them. Alright, time to climb. Hopefully we don't die. It's not a good idea to be climbing when there's bats chasing you. But, I just want to get out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, Redmane Castle, here we are. I mean, in Monster Hunter, there are some dragons in there. There are some dragons that look like, or there's some enemies that look like dragons. And there's some wyverns and, I mean, actually pretty much every enemy in the game is some sort of wyvern. But at the end of the day, yes, they all have very awesome, very wicked designs. I love the designs of pretty much every monster in Monster Hunter. I think Monster Hunter has some of the most unique monster designs in, like, the gaming franchise, because they always pull out something cool. Okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Devil Joe. Or sorry, Devil Joe. Its official name is Devil Joe. I used to call it Devil Joe, but I was wrong in the pronunciation. Yes, many people call Devil Joe a pickle, simply because of how it looks. And I am all for it. Whoa! That was unexpected. Uh-oh. Ah! That was close. Oh, okay. We're dead. Honestly, Devil Joe is probably like one of my least favorite monsters though, because of how aggressive it is. Not to mention its insane amount of power. Because Devil Joe is one of those monsters that you encounter like mid-game, and it is like as durable as a and as in like an enemy game. It steals your kills. Yes and no. Devil Joe will fight any monster. It does not matter. It will fight any monster. Which, it certainly can be a problem when it does that. But considering how much HP monsters have, it's actually very difficult for a monster to take your kill. Although there are those times when a Devil Joe will pick up the monster you're hunting, and it'll end up just dragging it around, and sometimes beat you with said monster. So, like, let's say you're fighting a Great Jagras back in Monster Hunter World. Well, if you're unlucky, a Devil Joe will spawn. And if you're really unlucky, the Devil Joe will come towards your area. And if you're really unlucky, it'll get into a turf war with the Great Jagras, pick it up in its mouth, and start swinging it around like it's a chew toy. And probably even hit you with said chew toy. And we're dying. God damn. Yes, Devil Joe is a menace. It is, but it is not the worst enemy. Now, that goes to, if I pronounce its name right, Betelgeuse. Yeah, cutting off the tail of any monster is a good idea. You want to break as many parts as possible. It grants you rewards, and it allows you to, it gives you a better feel for how much damage you're dealing. Because, well, breaking parts, it doesn't take just one or two hits. You've actually gotta work on it. Keep attacking that part until it breaks or it gets severed. And whenever you do end up breaking apart or severing apart, it allows you to get a feel for just how much damage you are dealing. And it also helps your morale. It does stun them sometimes, not all the time though. Because, yeah, some monsters are, they recover very quickly after having a part broken or severed. So you do need to be careful about that. Although most monsters do end up getting stunned in some way, shape, or form. Some of them even get toppled over. But you still have to be careful. Because they usually don't stay stunned for very long. Horn breaking is also a difficult task. The best way to break horns is by using a blunt weapon, such as a hammer, because, well, horns, by default, are very sturdy. And if you're like me, and you like to use, say, the dual blades, or the insect glaive, in order... in order to, try to break some horns, you're not going to have a very good time. Because, well, that's not what they were meant to do. Yes, a sharp weapon is meant to do, sharp damage. It's meant to sever. A blunt weapon is meant to bonk. Yeah, mobility-based weapons are kind of the way to go, in my opinion. That's why I don't really like stuff like the lance or the hammer. But there are some people that are just like gods with those particular weapons. And it's crazy. Oof, that was close. Oh, that's why. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, this weapon doesn't do nearly as much damage as my great sword, but I am working for that blood loss. If I can get that blood loss built up, that'll do a nice little bit of damage. I've already done a good bit of damage too, even without the blood loss. There we go. Alright, we got him. Alright, and we got his armor. That is very good. Yeah, dual blades are the weapon that I started off with. My sister got me into that. And then I decided to basically try playing the entire game with them. Or, I shouldn't even say the entire game. I've tried playing a game with them. And sometimes the dual blades suck. Because, well, they are very, very grounded. You know, you really can't do much with the dual blades because they only go for a certain area. And when fighting certain enemies, they are next to useless. Like Gammoth, for example. Gammoth is a huge beast. And she is, you know, not really something you want to use the dual blades against. You don't think this game is Bloodborne? I don't know what you mean. I think this is definitely Bloodborne. This looks like Bloodborne to me. I mean, we're just, you know, a regular old hunter trying to hunt things and kill things. And we use the items that we gather from the fallen enemies to better ourselves in combat. Oh, and we just died. Okay. That happened. Whoops. I use bows in Monster Hunter. I've never used a bow before. But I have heard that the bows can be pretty good. But me personally, I'm not a fan of the long-ranged weapons in Monster Hunter. Especially like the bow guns, like the light bow gun and heavy bow gun. Oh, and I gotta start all the way over here. Dang it. This is the annoying part about this run. Is constantly having to do this bridge every single time. It's not even the bridge, it's the fact that I have to go through this process over and over again. Like, oh my god. But at least I'm starting to figure out how to survive. Alright, so now we just gotta stay here for a second. Curved swords are good for roll catch players. For a second I thought you said cockroach players. And then I was gonna ask, like, what the heck is a cockroach player? But then I can imagine that a cockroach player is just someone who's just a very annoying pest. But then again, it's not like I really fight any players exactly, so I don't really have to worry much about players. Alright. Climb the damn thing. Thank you. Don't just run into the ladder. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about the bats as long as we are careful. But now I've got to figure out where to go now that we're in the castle. And for starters, one thing that we can do is kill everything in sight. I mean, the bets are kind of on steroids. The bets are very big. Every animal in this game is very big, except for humans. Humans aren't very big. Although there are giants, and then there are the really big giants. But thankfully, giants are relatively easy to kill. The only problem is that, well, if you get hit, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage, and that's a lot of damage. Oof, that hurt. Owie. Oh, damn. God damn. Okay. Sorry, I kind of hit my mic there. Trying to scratch my back, and I ended up doing that. No, this game is not free. I don't remember how much it cost, but I believe it was around 50 bucks. So, it's not free, but I think it is worth the price. And there's a lot to do in Elden Ring. So, you'll definitely be getting your money's worth. Unlike some games that are like super expensive, but you can beat the game in less than 24 hours. Granted, pretty much every game can be beaten in less than 24 hours if you're a speedrunner. But if you're just sitting back enjoying the game, you know, it doesn't take it takes you a while. Unlike some Pokemon games where, you know, even if you are just taking your time, you can still beat the game in less than 12 hours, which is kind of crazy. Ooh, excuse me. That's how I was with Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like, yeah, those games were awesome. Like, I love those games. They're definitely some of my favorite games. Some of my favorite Pokemon games. But if you look at, you know, some other Pokemon titles, they definitely take a bit longer than Sun and Moon. Not to mention, again, a casual playthrough of a game should take longer than 12 hours. Especially for someone who hasn't even played the game before. Because, like, it was my first time playing the game, and I ended up getting it through it in, again, in just 12 hours. I am not going to answer the question on whether or not one can pirate a game. That is going to be completely up to you. But I will say that, whether or not that's a joke, that piracy is not a fun thing to do. Alright. Yeah, I need to figure out where to go from here. Oh, okay, I think I know. Yeah, I need to get down that ladder. So I've got to defeat that guy, and then I got to go down the ladder. Let's get a shield going. I need a shield. That's right, they're down here. Let's go with that. 2,000 hours for Pokemon. That's actually a lot. I mean, 2,000 on any games is a lot. I mean, heck. I've the most amount of time I have in a single game. Actually, I don't even know. Because, you know, I have... Actually, I think I do know. I don't know. Because I have played Fortnite for over 1,000 hours, but at the same time I've played on multiple different consoles, so I can only say that I have played for 1,000 hours on PlayStation, and that's, you know, the best I can give you in that regard. Oof. Oh god, that was close. There we go. Got the critical hit in. And some blood loss build up. There we go. There's that blood loss. That's what we want to see. Oh god. Yep, saw that coming. There we go. Alright. Yeah, turn-based games are fun. You can't imagine how long it takes to get 2,000 hours. Here's to put it in perspective. It takes 2,000 hours. If you want to get 2,000 hours in a video game, you just gotta put 2,000 hours in. It's good to start in 1 hour increments personally. So, you know, 2,000 times getting 1 hour in, you'll get there eventually. But yeah, turn-based games are fun. You know, there's not really too many turn-based games anymore, which, you know, is kind of understandable because turn-based games, you know, they've been around for a long time, but people are turning more towards, you know, open world. But by no means are turn-based games a bad thing. Like, some of my favorite games used to be turn-based, such as Golden Sun. Golden Sun was a phenomenal series. You know, awesome attacks, awesome designs. Sure, it was an older game, so it had a lot of pixels, you know? But just because a game has a lot of pixels does not make the game bad. It just makes the game, you know, it has a bit more of an artistic style to it. It has some more class, let's put it at that. Oh nice, I managed to kill all 3 of them. Nice. Okay, one more. Okay, no, you're dead. Never mind. So what do we got here? Armorer's Cookbook. Nice. Have I played Limbus Company? I have not played Limbus Company. I've never even heard of the game. I haven't played Terraria either. I've thought about playing Terraria, but it's just not my cup of tea. Mostly because I'm not the biggest fan of platformer games, but actually, I guess Terraria really isn't a platformer game, huh? But either way, Terraria's never really interested me. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. It's just never really caught my interest. Oof. Huh? God damn. Damn. You're a tough one, aren't you? Uh-oh. That was close. There we go. I think I was a bit tough. Tougher than I was expecting. Here. I'll look up Limbus Company real quick. Let me check it out. Let's see. Limbus. Let's see if I can spell it right. Company. Alright. Okay, it's mostly a mobile game. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so it is also on Steam. Let's see, let's check it out on Steam real quick. Okay, it's got a lot of positive reviews, that's good. Let's check this out. I'm assuming that I can play this game in English because I'm seeing that all the pictures are not in English. I'm not sure what language that is. I believe that's Chinese. Oh, okay, so it is on English. Okay. But yeah, I can definitely give it a try at some point. See how it is. Wouldn't mind trying a new game at some point. Um, yeah, I might try getting it on Steam whenever I have my computer up and running. And I don't want to deal with those enemies. They look scary. And yes, I actually need to kill this thing because I really need the flasks. Alright, so I need to figure out a way to get past these guys because I don't want to fight two of them. And one of them already looks pretty tough. So gonna get right in here and we'll be good. Alright. No, this is just a... Okay, so we got another cookbook. Unfortunately, that's all that there was in here. Which is... That is not a rat. I believe that that is a lion. Yeah, that's a lion. It is a lion with a blade on one of its arms. On its right front arm. I've got to figure out how or where to go. Hey, I got to figure out where to go and then how to get there. So, yeah, unfortunately we have not seen any set of grace around here, which is not the best. If I can also get into a building, that's pretty good. You know what, that's fair. If it looks like a rat, call it a rat. If it looks like a rat, it smells like a rat, acts like a rat, it must be a rat. Alright, so thankfully we haven't been caught yet, which is good. Very good. I should heal, actually. Alright. Managed to get past those guys without issue. So, we'll continue to explore around. Level 6 gold rune, that's good. Alright, what do we got going on here? Uh-oh. Could have been bad, but it wasn't, so all is good. All is nice and swell. But I hear things that are not so good behind me. You can go away. Thank you. Alright. You're actually getting a good bit of runes, so that's always nice. Alright. Let us go on up here, see what we can find. Something good, something bad, maybe nothing at all. Oh my god, it's Pumpkinhead. God damn. Damn it, no! Oh, that sucks. Now I've got to do that. I've got to do everything over again. Oi. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Man, I'm hungry. Is it a one-shot? No, it got me 2 times. Yeah, he does. Pumpkinheads hit hard. You know, they don't show mercy. Then again, no enemy in here shows mercy. Yeah, you have very few friends in this game. Compared to, like, Bloodborne, for example. You don't really have very many friends. Or what I should say, you don't have very many people who aren't your enemy. Because, I mean, heck, you can even help someone fight a beast, and they'll turn around and start fighting you back. You know, like I said, you don't really have very many allies. Alright. But the good part, though, is that we did unlock a shortcut, which is right by the bats that are up here. So that is a good thing. You know, it'll help us that much more. Hopefully we can get back to that pumpkin head so we can acquire or reacquire our runes. Because we had over 7,000. And that is a good number. Especially considering that I have been having a very hard time keeping my runes. No, don't fall. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, thankfully these guys are basically free kills. So, that is nice. And see that? We've only killed a few enemies. And we've already got over 2,000 runes, which is quite nice. Granted, if I could get the runes that I lost back, that would be tremendous help. Yes, squishy enemy. Squishy enemies are the best kind of enemies. I think I also have to heal this guy. Yep, he's still there. He's not too difficult though, so we should be able to... We shouldn't have too many issues here. I gotta recover some stamina here. Ow. Oi. Piss off. Damn it! And we lost our runes. Oi. I'm very bad at staying alive, if you couldn't tell. Staying alive is not my forte. Let's put it at that. Staying alive is not an option. Actually, no, staying alive is only an option. That's what I should be saying. Staying alive is an option. Dying is mandatory. In any stream that we do, dying is mandatory. Because it will happen. In some way, shape, or form, we will die. And there's nothing you can do to stop it, unfortunately. Ah, yes, school. The curse of every growing person. But you don't have to worry too much because I will be ending the stream before too long anyways. Because, well, we're getting to that point. You forgot to study? Why did you forget to study? Do I have to, you know, tell you to go study? Should I call your parents or guardians and tell you to study? Or have them tell you to study, I should say. Oh, whoops. There we go. Thankfully I don't have to go up the ladder. You know, it just makes things a little bit easier. Ow! Did you throw a rock at me? He's throwing a rock at me. Go away. Oh, there's a doggo. We don't like the dogs. No! I was about to say, if I die there, I'm gonna be so annoyed. You're gonna try to remember things? You know, you should probably study. Because studying goes a long way. I never studied, but that does not mean that everybody should be the same. Because studying helps a lot. If you can study, you should do it. Bro, where are you? There you are. Bro, get on the stairs. Ow. There we go. We got him. Yeah, I hope that your teacher gets well soon as well. It is not fun to be sick. Especially because I myself am a bit sick. It is not fun. Especially because being sick does not pay the bills. If it did, well, I'd happily be sick anytime. Alright. Got ourselves another flask there. That's good. Now, we've just got to get past these lions. Hopefully, with our life still intact. Looks like we are able to. You're going to seize your opportunity to study? Good. Go study. Make sure whatever you are studying for, you manage to ace. Alright, well, we'll see you later. We hope that you have a very good day, or a good night, or a good afternoon. And we hope to see you later. So have fun with studying. Alright. It's 5 o'clock, that's insane. That is very early for you. Yep, see you later. Alright, let's go try to kill this pumpkin head. Alright, actually, we don't even need to kill the pumpkin head. We just need to get past him. Hey look, we got past the pumpkin head. That wasn't too hard. Level 5 smithing stone, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, we just gotta get past the pumpkin head again. Got past him once, can we do it again now? Yeah, we gotta go right over there, it looks like. Gotta also pick up that item. Yeah, this won't be easy. Especially because, you know, he's just guarding us right now. Oof. Somehow we managed to block that attack, which was awesome. We got a new weapon. And a level 3 smithing stone. There we go. Alright, does this kill him? It does. Awesome. It does not. Never mind. Why are you still alive? There we go. I thought we killed him. We didn't. Okay. But he's dead now, so. Yay! Alright. Yeah, I can't really get down there from here. It looks like that there's a lot going on down there, too. I don't see too many enemies, though. In fact, I don't really see many enemies at all. But regardless, it's probably going to be a bit of a challenge to get through there. Apparently we're actually still in combat. I don't know what we're in combat with, but we should be fine before too long. Alright, yeah, there we go. So yeah, we want to keep on going, get up here, but we will have to go through that this little area here. Alright. Okay, so yeah, we are in combat right now. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we were just attacking him through the barricade, and somehow that managed to work. Don't ask me how. It just did. And that's all we need to know is that it did. And things aren't looking too good right now. Oh, hello. I was not expecting to be snuck up on. All right. There's another one right there. Yeah, thankfully they have abandoned their flamethrowers, which makes this a little bit easier. Too bad I can't control these flamethrowers. That would be awesome. And yeah, as you can see, there's a boss right there. But even better than a boss is a site of grace. That site of grace is awesome. Yeah, and it's leading right to the boss too, so. But it's a good thing that we found that, because now we don't have to keep going back and forth. And we don't have to risk constantly losing our runes either, which is a very, very big plus. Now let's deal with this guy. Oh, and he's got minions. Oh god. Yeah, I need to heal. Alright, well that's one of them gone. Damn it. Are you serious? The little guy stopped my attack, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That just happened. Wow. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how it saw us. That was something. That was indeed something. Yeah, we basically just got, one-shotted. Yeah, whenever you get grabbed, it seems like whenever you get grabbed in a Souls game, your death is all but guaranteed. Which, I mean, it's not too much of a problem, but it's still like, oy. It is painful whenever you get grabbed. No matter what you get grabbed by, you're gonna be in for a whole lot of hurt. And yeah, look, there's nothing. Oh, there it is. Never mind. So yeah, there was nothing there before, but then eventually it just got close enough. Please don't come any closer. Are you serious? Right, there we go. Damn it. God damn, I can't move. God damn. Yeah, all those enemies right there were a bit troublesome, and you can see the head of that one thing, that machine. So yeah, it was definitely in combat with us, which is a bit troublesome, but as long as we can avoid it, we should be fine. Yeah, with those other guards though, we've got to kill the weaker ones before we can really deal with the big guy. That's just kind of how combat usually works. You gotta deal with the nuisances before you can do anything else. Alright. So yeah, let's get rid of you. So it's that much less to deal with. There we go. Alright. Big guy is gone. Now we've just got the little guys. I was expecting it to do more than just that. Because like whenever the other guy used a charge attack, it hit us like 4 times or so before the attack was finished. But that guy only hit us, you know, the 1 time. I was expecting it to do more. It did not. Okay. How many runes do we have now? We have about 15,000, which is a pretty nice amount, I would say. I don't know if it's enough to level up, though. I would like to level up so that I can just, you know, get rid of my runes. Yeah, let's break this thing. I don't want to look at it anymore. Oh my goodness. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna stop trying to destroy that thing. I think we're just wasting time. Okay, so yeah, whenever we sit here, those enemies are gonna respawn. So even if it's not enough, it'll be okay. So yeah, I'll use a sacred tier. Okay, so I've been kind of missing out on some of these. Use 3 golden seeds, that's a lot. But, okay. That is doing better now. I don't know why I got up either. I didn't need to get up. Let's see if we can level up. We can. That is very, very good. We like to see that. Alright. So I'm going to... Yeah, let's put that on endurance. Let's get our endurance level 20. And then we'll work on our health. But from here, I do want to get to the boss right now. But I know it's going to take a few attempts. Just because, you know, that is how we do things. It always takes us a few tries. So, for the time being... Ooh, excuse me. For the time being, I think I am going to end things here. You know, my headache is really starting to bother me. And, well... I do need to get something to eat, because I am also quite hungry. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for the time being. Tomorrow, we will be doing Elden Ring again. Probably for about the same amount of time, just depending on how I feel. Hopefully I feel a little bit better, so we can stream for a little bit longer. But we'll have to see. I think that's pretty much everything. So, without further ado, let us do a little bit of a raid here. And because she is streaming right now, we're gonna give Calanthe a little bit of a raid. Okay, so she hasn't been streaming for too long either. Not even for an hour yet. Yeah, she's just playing Hollow Knight as per usual. But, well, I try to raid her whenever possible. because, well, I think it's fun to raid her. So let's go on and do that. Let's get this raid started. Start the raid. Alright. And let's see, do that. Alright. Well, I think that is pretty much everything that we are going to be doing today. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream today. I know I had some fun with it, even though we died in a number of stupid manners. But hey, that's what makes the game fun, is whenever we do stupid things. So, I hope to see you all again here before too long, hopefully tomorrow, where we get to continue with Elden Ring and we get to fight that boss. So, until then, I hope to see you all here tomorrow, and I hope you all have a good day, a good night, or a good afternoon. No matter where y'all are, I hope you're all having a great time.